What is up, Storm Chasers? We are live. We are live. Okay. We are live. All right. And we got to get into Janice Combs coming out to defend her son. Janice is saying that her son is not the monster that you guys have made him out to be. She has come out to say that she is gravely disappointed and confused and surprised on why everybody is turning against her son, as if her son has not been walking around as the reincarnation of Lucifer for the last 3 decades. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get on into it. I'm going to pull up Janice Combs' statement via the Neighborhood Talk. I saw this also on Gossip of the City as well. So I'm going to just read y'all her statement and we're going to get right on into it. It says, Janice Smalls Combs, the mother of Sean Combs, through her undersigned counsel and on the behalf of the Combs family, releases the following statement. I come to you today as a mother that is devastated and profoundly saddened by the allegations made against my son, Sean Combs. Now, my whole thing is, how is she so sad as if there have not been whistleblowers on her son for the last 3 decades? All right, literally since the early 90s. Okay, in the 90s was 30 years ago. All right. It is absolutely heartbreaking to see my son judged not for the truth, but for a narrative created out of lies. To bear witness to what seems to be a public lynching of my son before he has had the opportunity to prove his innocence is a pain too unbearable to put into words. Like every human being, my son deserves to have his day in court, to finally share his side and to prove his innocence. Now, I wish she would just stop this bullshit. I really wish she would. Just say you condone his behavior and keep it moving. Just say that he learned it from you and keep it moving. Just say it runs in the family and keep it moving, because allegedly he learned it from you, Miss Combs. Like the Delulu is crazy. Like talk about the IV, talk about the white nails, talk about putting your lips on his lips after your son mouthed and been all up in between Biggie's ass. Talk about that. I ain't had nothing to say when Kim was getting beat up. I ain't had nothing to say when he monkey stomped Misa up under the car. Ain't had nothing to say when he slapped the crap out of you and slapped the taste out your mouth. Ain't had nothing to say when Tupac died, when Biggie died. Ain't had nothing to say when Cassie was going through what she was going through. But now, you so hurt and sad and about to have a heart attack and die. Let's get to it. I am not here to portray my son as perfect, because he is not. He has made mistakes in his past, as we all have, because he learned it from you. My son may not have been entirely truthful about certain things, such as denying he has ever gotten violent with an ex-girlfriend when the hotel surveillance showed otherwise. Ma'am, we're not even worried about the Cassie video. We want to know, did he break Kim's nose on that yacht and had to fly in a plastic surgeon to rearrange her face after he rearranged it 2-3 times, Ike Turner style? We need to know, was he really sacrificing goats in the Caribbean? We need to know, was he really messing around with children? We need to know. That Cassie video was bad, but that was not the least of we know, as we know, the ass whoopings Cassie took was way worse than that. Can we also talk about what in the hell was Cassie running from out of that hotel room? What did he drag her back into? And when he dragged her back in, what did he do to her? I need you to answer that, Miss Combs. Answer that. Okay. Sometimes the truth and a lie become so closely intertwined that it becomes terrifying to admit one part of the story, especially when their truth is outside the norm or is too complicated to be believed. Basically, you're condoning your son putting hands on women. Got it. This is why I believe my son's civil legal team opted to settle the ex-girlfriend's lawsuit instead of contesting it until the end, resulting in a ricochet effect as the federal government and this decision against my son. Where'd my phone go? Oh, there it is. Against my son by interpreting it as an admission of guilt. Ma'am, he monkey stomped her on camera. That is guilt. It is important to recognize that none of us, regardless of our status, are immune to fear or mistakes. Not being entirely straightforward about one issue does not mean my son is guilty of the repulsive allegations and the grave charges leveled against him. Many individuals who were wrongfully convicted and later exonerated had their freedom taken from them because not because they were guilty of the crimes they were accused of, but because they didn't fit the image of what this society considers to be a good person. Because they are not what society believes to be a good person, ma'am. Like, does she realize how bad this makes her look? Does she realize that basically she's condoning all of his behavior, all of the grape, all of the alleged drugging? She's condoning all of it. She's condoning all of it. She's condoning him whooping her ass. She's from that generation that believe a man don't love you if he don't put his hands on you. See, a lot of times we get mad at the ninjas, but we need to be looking at they raggedy ass mammies. See, these raggedy ass mammies mess up these boys that become grown males that childless women got to deal with. And no shade, but her generation of women tell you, don't make him mad. Don't upset him. Take the crust off his sandwich. You know, he might hit you, but he love you. Girl, he paid the bills. Are we kidding me? Now I know something wrong with her anyway, because she done wore the same Party City wig for the last 40 years. The same exact wig. Ain't switched it up or nothing. So we already know she ain't the right mind anyway. Her son got all that money and she around here wearing synthetic. Anyway. History has shown us how individuals can be wrongfully convicted due to their past actions or mistakes. Was that it? Okay, that's it. I ain't showing no Zeus. Okay, that's it. That's it. So overall, when I look at this statement, I'm gonna just say respectfully, Miss Combs, you are full of caca. Not only were you a terrible mother to this boy, you have corroded and corrupted DNA because he literally looks like something that was spawned out of the depths of hell. Um, I would say his father failed him, but his father died so long ago he don't even don't remember him. But just know that everything that you did, you raised an absolute terror on humanity. All right. You birthed someone who not only raped, stole, abused, and confused the whole world, he also whooped your ass too. How does it feel? How does it feel? Yeah. How does it feel to birth somebody that comes around and whoops your ass? How does it feel? Yeah. How does it feel? I just want to know. And while you out here saying, my son, my son, my son, I hope you also know that those chest pains that you was feeling, Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you, all that shit, had you feeling like you was about to go meet his daddy? Hope you know that was him trying to sacrifice. Come to the camera. That was him trying to sacrifice you. When he was walking around Miami, just the other day, I was out in Miami with that picture of you and his pappy and him as a baby and walking around with the Rasta man. He was trying to get rid of you, baby, to get out of this. He tried to offer you up to Moloch as a sacrifice. And even Moloch and Satan himself said, we don't want that shit. They all play with Satan till it's time to burn in hell. How does it feel? Yeah. How does it feel for your son to go from mansions and Rolls Royces and, A-list treatment to sleeping on a cold, hard, dirty, disgusting jail floor with rats? How does it feel? Yeah. To have to eat that slop that they serve in jail. The same way you made Don eat slop and peanut butter smoothies while you ate steaks. The same way you wouldn't let Cassie eat anything but penis. And to think that this world had to deal with your insufferable, unattractive, untalented, and downright deplorable son. Your rotted ass crotch fruit. To think that the world had to deal with him. All because he couldn't just live in his truth. He liked light-skinned pussy, nothing more and nothing less. But he couldn't live that life. And I'm blaming you. Miss Combs, I'm blaming you. And when you wash your face at night and you wash all of the makeup off, when you wash that white lady off and you see the black woman that you is, I want you to know that you gave birth to Satan. And when you stand before the Lord and you account for all of your sins, I hope this is the one that gets your name marked out of the book of life and thrown into eternal flames. Not the pimping and hoeing you did, not any drugs you may or may not have sold allegedly, not for all the stuff you let fly under your nose, for the simple fact that you didn't abort this ugly motherfucker. And where is Mary J. Blige? Where's she at? Where is she at? No, ain't nobody at my door. That's the dryer. I got clothes in the dryer. Y'all got any comments when we get up out of here? I'm busting up out this shirt too. Like, I tried to put this shirt on, like, oh my Jesus. Okay. She's silent as a mouse right now. Facts. Let's see. That's why you keep going. Nah, that wasn't bad. That actually wasn't bad. She not releasing no statement. Mary hiding. Diddy actually think he's good looking. He's not. It's very ugly. Did you see the picture of Diddy and Russell posing with the egg? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Okay, people, we'll be back. We got more stories to get into. Like, comment, subscribe, share if you care. And I will catch you guys later.
It's Storm Show.